Hello, everybody. That was a bunch of audio cues all at once.
Ah.
Hi. And also Lucy's here.
Am I muted, chat?
Chat, is she muted?
I assume not. I hope not.
No, you aren't. I checked earlier. And you can also hear Hat Note. Sure, why not? Ambrose, I'm going to mute
nice.
you.
You hear my lovely voice loud and clear? Oh, thanks, Andy. Very kind of you.
Right. What have we got?
Thanks, Arian, for the resub.
Yes, thank you. And also thank you, Lahumph. Whoop.
Who's that?
Whoop. I don't know, but apparently
Whoop,
you're
and indeed, whoop.
I think you're a juggalo now. I think that means. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Right. Do you know what that is?
No.
No. Okay. Just, yeah, go with it. Lucy's a juggalo now. That's official. That's canon. We can put that on the wiki.
Oh, juggalo. I thought you said juggler.
Wait. You thought I said juggler, but then when I asked what that is, you said no.
Well, no, I thought it was a reference to something. At this point, I don't know what goes on in your... Well, I do know what goes on in your brain, and it's a lot of very confusing things. And we've killed Sam.
Yeah, so... No, you know what? No, let's just... No. Let's... Hi, everybody. Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
I've been bitten.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah, me too. You see my... You want to know how I got... Oh, you can't actually see them.
Where?
No, they've gone. They've healed. Yeah. Just about,
healed?
maybe. No, not with this white balance. You can't. That's by that I mean my skin. No, you can see like one scratch where Joey just ripped my arm to shreds the other week.
Feral.
Yeah. Yes, I'm talking about you. He's on the floor looking sad at me because he is not on my lap.
No. Not getting the fuss he deserves.
No, okay.
Joey has never done anything wrong.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I can't even jokingly agree to that.
He's bitten you.
Has he bitten? Yes, he has actually.
Yeah,
right.
he has. You look.
He scratched me.
You
quite
looked
badly.
super betrayed when he did. I felt.
When did he bite me?
Oh, maybe I might be thinking of a scratch. I don't know. I just remember like you. He was like, it was like you'd had an argument. He was like sat on the other side of the bed, and you genuinely looked like, yeah, like you'd just been super betrayed. I think you were having a bad day anyway. And
I was having a bad day. No, that was a scratch. He just got me down the hand. Joey is a sweet angel boy. Joey is innocent. All of these things. Yeah, he's also a gremlin.
Yeah, he's
and an aggressive gremlin at that.
Yeah, he goes 0 to 100 very fast.
He does. Yeah.
But
yeah.
But speaking of things that don't,
it's the stream.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi chat. How are you all doing? Has anyone been reading anything good recently?
Yeah. You read any books? Yeah. No.
I'm gonna put a cute picture of a cat in general. It's very important.
Good. It's too hot. It is. To read?
I should have put that in stream footnotes. I didn't. Oh well. Everybody look at our general channel and look at Jones the cat.
Okay.
Asleep in the catnip. Catmint, even. Catnip.
Also, just to warn everyone, we are periodically dropping frames because...
Woo!
I was saying to Lucy, I'm just going to blame OBS because whichever render setting I choose, whether it is the one that uses my graphics card, which should be fine, or the one that uses my CPU, which should be fine, it somehow finds a way to just overload itself, and like we either drop frames or the CPU is running at like 50%. And so the common factor in this is OBS, and so I'm blaming OBS.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's good software and it's free, but there seems to be something in it that is not playing nice with my hardware at the moment, and I cannot figure it out.
Yay. My hardware isn't playing nice with my hardware at the moment.
No.
My PC's just like, no.
It's kind of a miracle that you're here at all.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah.
But it's still sort of working.
Yeah.
Who's reading what? Oh, people are saying what they're reading.
Oh no, good grief.
Cersei. I realise now,
Lannister.
I have never said that out loud. Is it Cersei? Cersei. Cersei. I've said that too many times.
On the
now, it's
seashore.
weird. Yeah, exactly.
I still haven't said it, and I'm going to try and...
Cersei. Yeah, okay, good.
You think so? Yeah, thanks for the contribution.
Yeah.
Hold up, can we get...
Arian's on the language puzzle? Yes. You're enjoying
Okay.
so far? Good.
You've had confirmation of Cersei, but... No shade. Yes, I'm throwing shade. Can we perhaps get it from, like, a European? I'm just putting Andy Pants on blast here.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Specifically, Greek. Cersei was Greek, right? It's a Greek one.
You do not accept my shade?
Roman. Could be Roman.
It's been delivered. They dropped it off.
Cersei, according to the wiki. Ah!
Okay.
Sorry, I see phonetics and I don't like phonetics. There's a reason I don't like phonetics. I'll show you why I don't like phonetics.
Homeric Greek, happy pride.
It is Greek. I mean,
What are you doing?
I am. That's one. Yes. Some music that I am doing at the moment. Singing.
Oh.
This is. And the entire thing is, and this will not pick up on my camera, I am sure, but if anyone can see that, it's all flipping phonetic things. I'm probably shouting into my mic, sorry, whoops.
A little bit. I see landscape.
It's all landscape, yes, but all of the notes, it's all flipping phonetic nonsense. I don't know.
Everyone close up to your screens.
So yeah. And IPA, exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is like IPA is all very well and good unless you actually have to sing it.
Tastes
because
bitter.
then you have to remember. You have to remember. Like composers annoy me when they go like, oh, I've got to do it in the correct academic thing. Like I've got to do percentages or ratios for, say, just intonation. I've had to do that. It's an absolute bloody nightmare. Or I'm going to write the whole thing in IPA rather than write the word, which is understand. Nope. Can't have that. Not allowed.
Who hurt composers?
Oh, so many people. Themselves, most of the time.
Ah.
Yeah. Other composers, more
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
As we learnt yesterday when listening to Radio 3.
Yep. True.
Julius Eastman just sort of like casually outing John Cage. It's like, dude.
Yeah. Maybe don't do that.
Maybe don't do that.
So who else has been reading what? There may be tangents. This is for like possibly the first time in this show. It was even that calling it a show feels rather like
This segment of our
this
stream.
Yeah. It is possibly the first time ever completely unrehearsed, unplanned.
Oh yeah, we always write a script.
Yeah.
Every
Including
time.
that bit.
Yep. Especially that.
Have you been reading anything lately?
Me? Have I been reading anything lately?
Have I?
My aerial atlas of ancient Britain is sitting on the floor because I before I went to bed, well actually no, as I was in bed I suddenly went, oh, I need to know the date of this particular long barrow. So I got out of bed, took my atlas, opened it. Where's Stony Littleton Long Barrow? There it is. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Close it, put it on the floor, go back to bed. I'm a nerd. So there is a reason. It's because of a project I want to do, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I've been reading.
Does looking at picture books count as reading? Discuss.
Piss off. There's words in it. There's mainly pictures, but there's words. There is. I can do words.
Yeah. Okay, then how...
Oh, llamas packing many books.
Oh,
Yay! How what?
How does everybody feel about the AI summary of Bleak House?
Bye-bye.
I'm just trying to, I figured I think we should enter our algorithm chasing era. We've gone with the full clickbait title.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and
That's the thing. I really should read the stream titles before we go live, because every time it's like,
I decide them about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm sat here like, oh yeah, I need to set up for stream.
Stream title.
Yeah. So.
Because most of the time we don't actually have to think of a title. It's just like, we're reading this.
Well, for reading streams, yeah. For these ones,
yeah.
I'm not reading anything in my own time. Good grief! Do you think I have that luxury? Waiting for the tier list. Yeah, yours is bad. Amorous is also bad. Everyone else who I'm indifferent to, sure, you're doing well. You're firmly mid-tier. Mine is not Beachbody ready, though.
Fair.
Yeah.
I need to read more books.
Same.
I don't know what I should read next. Oh, I should read Dune next, actually.
Yeah.
That is the one book, I think the one book on my shelf that I have yet to read.
Apparently.
There's a reason for that.
Apparently the game that is very good, so I've been glancing at reviews. The sort
Don't need to read the book then.
No.
Let's play the game.
But seemingly it's actually a very faithful adaptation of like the world of the books. It's not just like we took some nouns from the film, but actually like there's a bunch of stuff that they've clearly like gone to the source material and taken from. It's like, all right, respect. I didn't expect it to be good.
Yeah.
Nice. But it's still like an MMO with like PvP stuff, and like, I don't know if I can be bothered to fight other players who will just twerk all over me and then kill me from across the other side of the world.
Bit in the language puzzle that reminded you a lot of the Human Chord best segment about true names. Oh yeah.
Oh nice.
It's kind of cool. I know I've said this to you, Sam, before, but I think you would probably be interested in at least some of the language puzzle. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got some good books here.
Yep. I can recommend.
Triangle Wastefire. I don't know about that. What is it? Oh, John dies at the end, you're going to say.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, these are good books, Llama. Good choice.
I'm a man
and
of
small cog.
very
rights.
Very narrow interests.
Yeah. As John dies at the end, and John dies at the end.
And this book is full of spiders, and what the hell did I just read? And if this book exists, you're in the wrong universe.
Oh, you have eventually all put them there. Put them all there, then.
They're not exactly grouped up yet, because what the hell did I just read is hardback and on a different shelf, but...
Hey, chat, do we think Sam has ADHD?
Well...
But I'm going to organise the shelf 3 weeks later. Oh.
I got most of the way through organising the shelf, and now I get to look at it and go, yeah, I should fix that.
It's nearly there.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. Triangle Shirtwaist was in the garment factory, burnt down in the 19th century, and all the workers were locked inside and a ton of people died. Oh, fuck. That's not good.
Oh.
That is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yikes. Blimey. Okay. In America, I assume? No?
You have to wait. No, I was going to say you're going to have to wait for an answer from chat. I'm just going to have to sit here and just like, I don't know. No, while we've been discussing this, multiple different tangents have popped into my head of things that I could.
Oh.
So I was trying to think which.
Yes. Nice.
I'm trying to keep track of all of them.
Okay. Tangent number 1.
Well, I guess back on the how does everyone feel about the AI summary of Bleak House, because how something is written has yes, both as a troll like discussion bait, but also like when paired with the various articles that I have been seeing lately about how literally using ChatGPT erodes your cognitive abilities. Like, seemingly studies that are already starting to appear showing how, like, basically people's mental faculties degrade when they rely on AI to do the things that they used to do with their brain, and been like, yeah.
Although I did also see a thing about AI is actually starting to degrade.
Oh yeah, it's being trained on itself.
Because it's training on itself. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, it's what we all said would happen. Woo!
It's like, how did you not see this coming? Your end goal for this technology was to just flood every single possible, like every single frequency of the spectrum with slop, with noise, which to do that, it has to come from this source. So you like, the goal is to just pump slop into into the space between every single atom. Then what happens? All it can do is feed back on itself and learn from this. You want to drown out all of the stuff that you used to train it. It's copyright laundering is literally all it is. That was the goal, and then well done, you won at content, and now it's just it's just trading on itself and becoming even less. It makes even less sense. Grok, is this real? No, Grok says that it is real, which just means that it's been trained on left-leaning media liberal bias. So therefore, we're gonna take you down to the shop and get you fixed. Disney is suing Midjourney, yes. Which?
Oh, good.
Yes.
I mean, we don't particularly like Disney as a company, but I feel like if anyone's going to, they've got enough money. I think Disney have the money, have the means to sue Midjourney, because I believe Midjourney is actually, on the scope of things, a relatively small fish. And my fear is that where we're like, yay, this means they're going to take it down, what it probably means is Disney will just end up owning Midjourney and just continue, and then they'll be like, no, it's all fine now, it's all fine, we don't have to sue anyone because we own them now. And we're like, oh, so can we sue Disney? Yeah, good luck. Where do you think you're going to get it? Like, they're not suing Google, and I say it might just be to set a precedent. Take down someone small who you can stomp over legally, with your lawyers, with your lawyer boots. You stomp over them like that, and then you have a precedent established to go after the others, because we won this one, so therefore we can win the others. But again, it Disney, so they're probably just looking to make money and fire their workers. So whatever leads into that really is the depressing likely outcome, is my fear. So that's why it's like, cool. We're not going to get what we want, though, are we? Because we never do. Nope. Also, that's a good question, Arian. How many phone numbers can you remember now that your phone will store them in it?
I can remember my old home phone number. That's it.
I think I can remember 3.
Oh, I can just about remember mine.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you remember yours?
Just about.
Yeah. I remember mine, my mum's, and the landline.
Do you want to know? Well, this is... I'm trying to run this through my thought process. Like, is this an anecdote that I want to share? Yes or no? It's because of the reason why I remember my own. Well, the reason, no, not the reason why I still remember my own phone number, but the reason why I learned my own phone number was because I was at a concert. I think it was a Jack Johnson concert down in Newquay with my sister and like a couple of her friends and some of my friends. And while we were there, one of her friends, who I don't know if you've met her, I'm not sure.
I don't think I've met any of her friends.
Oh, okay, then no. Because she's been here a couple of times. And like we were just kind of swapping.
Oh, I might have done that.
We were like,
I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Swapping phone numbers and stuff, just so we could, like, in case we get separated and whatever. And so he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, Sam, you give her your phone number," and she was like, "Okay, what's your number?" And I was like, I don't actually know. So I took out my phone, and she just like straight away came back to me with, "You don't have your phone number ready to go in case a girl asks you." And I was like,
"Oh no, I must." I
and I was, you know, like 24, 25 at the time, so that stuck in the brain. I was like,
stuck. Yep.
Gotta have my phone number.
You never gave me yours. Actually, that's quite. I've just realised.
You have.
We talked on disc. No, yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
have
that wasn't how we met.
Not until we were like into the relationship.
No,
I'm pretty sure we didn't actually have.
It's.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we didn't actually.
Don't
share
listen.
phone
I'm gonna.
numbers.
Yeah, probably not.
Because it was just like, oh well, we can just communicate over Discord the entire time. And it's like, oh, we should probably do that for, you know, like safety.
Yeah.
No, it was when was I here and the signal went down or something? There was some. Oh, you didn't have. It was when you'd moved, and there was no internet, and you didn't have any data, and then it was just like, oh. We should probably have each other's phone numbers.
Outside of this that we've become reliant on, we have actually literally no means of communicating with each other other than just walking in the right direction and hoping.
Yes. Like, carrier pigeons, anyone? No.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that was when we realised maybe we should have each other's phone numbers, and that was what, like 2 years in or something.
Similar,
like,
similar to that realisation of like, I'm fine in an evening, I know how to entertain myself. The power goes out. I'm just gonna sit in the dark like a budgie and wait for the power to come back on, because I can't. Oh no, I can't turn on the computer. I can't. Okay, well, I'll play a video. Oh no, I can't play a video game because it's on the computer. Okay. I can't play a video game. I'm just gonna watch Twitch. I can't watch Twitch. Okay, well, I'm gonna watch I can't watch television.
TV, not TV. Book.
I'm gonna go on my phone and check the God. Yeah.
Practice trumpet.
But you have to go so far down the list before I find something analog that I can do. I'm just like, oh, this is... Yeah.
Book by candlelight, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't have any candles.
Oh, okay, that is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, phone torch.
But then your phone battery runs down.
Oh, as Andy has just said, yes, this is very true. Or you get one of those little battery ones. Small cog just goes to sleep. That is fair.
Yeah,
Okay, Aaron, get candles.
No.
Can you imagine? Yeah, I feel like Sam and a candle is a bad idea. You will forget them. Yeah.
I will do that, but first, what I did... So I went through a phase as a teenager where I'd somehow managed to persuade my family to let me have an oil burner in my room. Just like a little... You know, like a little sort of clay pot. You know, you put the oil...
I've got one over there that's like a red glass
one. Tea light in the bottom. Yeah. I should not have been allowed to have fire. How... No. I very nearly burnt that house down and nobody knew.
Oh, God.
So...
What happened? I haven't heard this story.
No, I don't tell it. I mean, I just spent a lot of time just like poking things into the fire. I had like a little penknife and I had like little tweezers in it and stuff, and so I'd take those out and like heat them in the fire and use it to like melt into the plastic on the side of the penknife and things. And I don't remember what it was that I dropped, but I dropped something that was burning, and it dropped like kind of two little kind of spark ash kind of burning bits of stuff onto the floor. That did melt a couple of little holes into the carpet, and years later I think my parents found it. Were like, what was that? I'm like, oh yeah, that was me with the oil burner. How did you not burn the house down? Truly, I don't know. It might be a wizard.
Magic. Yep. Was the carpet synthetic carpet or was it wool carpet?
It was synthetic.
That's probably why. I feel like if it had been wool, it would just gone.
Probably.
Oh wow, llama. You melted part of your
Yeah.
computer screen. That's impressive.
Yeah, like I'm safest with like with candles that run on battery power. So
Yeah. I like candles. I have several of them in here.
you're same. I don't have them, but I like them. Just a danger around them.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, you have a cat.
yes, who would try to sniff the candles?
Probably try and eat them.
Yeah,
He might give it a chomp
yeah,
and go there, there,
yep.
there.
Also, yeah, scrolling back up a little bit, because Amos's comment about my issue is when I have to focus on one thing and the brain doesn't like it. That kind of reminds me of another tangent that I was going to bring up, which
tangent
is...
number 2.
There we go.
We need a tally. Maybe we should have that as a tally. We should. I think someone's probably mentioned that in chat before. We should have a tangent tally.
That is just a soft form of bullying, and I will not endorse it in this channel.
Will you not?
No.
How very boring.
No, that is ableist to attack the ADHD brain with tangent counting.
I mean, surely it's helpful because it keeps a list of how many tangents that you've been on and keeps you in check.
Yes, one more distraction is helpful. No,
or you say, well, you're allowed 5 tangents. This is your 5 tangent ration for today.
Don't.
You wouldn't get through a conversation.
Don't try to put a lid on. No, the stress that would cause me.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
Let's put another layer of processing on top of this. Like, I'm already trying to keep track of 5 different topics, and now I have to keep track of keeping track of 5 different topics. Like, that's don't do that. No, it's a video I just happened to catch last night that was about there was a great irony in that this was a video that the YouTube algorithm just threw in front of me about basically trying to get your concentration back.
Oh, right.
And I'm almost hesitant to bring it up because it's going to be stuff that I'm sure you would have said, hey Sam, you should do this. And you know, repetition is how you get through to me. But
do tell.
Basically, it
might
was
be helpful for chat.
Yeah, who knows? Let's see if this helps anybody, and if I can actually remember it well enough to paraphrase. But no, it was basically about it's a very, very simple, very basic, very like you've read this article 1,000 times from different perspectives in whatever publication you choose to read about how, you know, your attention is the currency. And it's not like you aren't really the victim for it's not really your fault that you fall victim to just the mad scramble for your attention, because
no, it's designed to do that.
Every social media platform has thousands of experts who are all, you know, like casinos, optimizing their systems to keep you focused, keep your attention, keep you scrolling. Whatever your platform of choice is. And, you know, especially all with capital letters at the start, with the news how it has been lately, I've been struggling to like not doom scroll. Like I'll even on Blue Sky, which comparatively is a pretty nice platform, it's still borderline impossible not to pick up my phone and just scroll and just keep seeing worse and worse things the further back you go. And like that has an effect. And like for me, I've been realizing lately, like my biggest thing is I will just, hi everybody watching, stick Twitch on as like background noise, and I will just look for a channel to put on, even if I'm not watching it, if I'm not paying attention. It's just there, filling out noise, filling out space, and what that all does is it gives you just a little kind of the dopamine crumbs of just, you know, and especially for posting stuff, it just gives you a little bit of like, ooh, a little bit of a feel good brain massage for doing the thing. And so you kind of never really do anything, you just sort of don't. And me realizing, oh wait, is this why when I actually do start to try and do something that I want to do and say that I'm enjoying when I do it, any of the little side projects that I'm sort of trying to work on in my own
Side
time.
quests.
Exactly. I'll be doing it. And so like, oh yeah, it's actually nice to like sit down and try and create something, construct something, do a thing that's not just sitting playing a video game or watching Twitch or watching YouTube or whatever, but actually creating something. It feels nice, but I'm still kind of looking for that point where I can stop and just go back to playing a video game. And it's like, oh, it's because essentially pressing the button that just gives my brain the little crumbs of dopamine steadily, but it's just kind of burning out those receptors is still more reliable and more satisfying. And it's like, oh, actually, and the advice that came up in the end of that video was again the irony of someone, and I think the guy making it was aware of it, that like, I'm making content on YouTube to tell you to stop watching stuff like this and go do something else. And here am I saying, hey, I do too many of these things to distract myself. What's up, Twitch TV? Thanks for subscribing and viewing the channel. And hello, YouTube, where this is going to be uploaded too. But the advice was like, when just essentially to try and set yourself little goals of trying to create something, do something creative, go and like rather than pick up your phone and scroll for 3 hours or whatever, just like try and write something for half an hour, or try and practice an instrument, play a song, do something more creative. Not, and it was like not for the purpose, not like I guess not like a diet or exercise thing, not as like I'm bettering myself, I'm improving myself, but as literally as like a lifestyle change. Like, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna try and do this instead, and that you will actually, over time of sticking to that, find yourself enjoying the things more, and actually. So rather than framing it as like, oh, I'm going to go through a social media cleanse, I'm going to do a social media detox, and I'm going to uninstall these things, I'm going to uninstall TikTok from my phone, and I'm going to cancel my Twitter account. You'll be back. But actually finding something different and more constructive to replace it with is, I think, the goal. And so, yes, that's... a way that I should be hoping to attempt to maybe try and progress at quietening my brain a little. There you go.
Nice.
Probably fits in with
good idea.
Where we've talked about trying to have some sort of like sort of an imitation of the day 9 30-day projects of like, for this time, like anyone who not everybody, but anyone who wants in is going to attempt to like practice something, get better at something. You don't have to say what it is, you don't even have to talk about doing it, but just if you want to, it's just a form of like encouraging, just to be like, hey, here's what I want to do, here's the time that we're setting aside. I'm just going to try and do an hour a week, maybe, or however long you think you can set aside, just like a small amount, just to try and get into the habit of doing something. Which I still think about, and like, we should absolutely do that as a community thing. It sounds good. I'd be up for it.
Yeah. I just wonder if we could like start it like a month before, so sometime in July, month before week. And then people could sort of say what they've done by week.
Yeah, we'll get everyone on for a little show and tell. You've all got to come up and say what you've been doing and give a little demonstration of what it is. And it won't be embarrassing for anybody.
No.
Come on, you aren't an uncle around. You've been learning that dance at school. Show them. No.
Oh, God.
Don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's never fun.
Oh, I think Hat Note just took a nap for a second and then came back with a whole burst of sound. Yeah.
People are saying things.
Yeah, they are. On there, but also in chat. Hey, chat. Sorry, I was talking for a long time. How you're doing?
That's what I meant.
Your brain decided Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter are boring, but you spend hours on YouTube watching random stuff and on Reddit some days. See, YouTube is my go-to-bed activity. It's obviously it doesn't help. It makes it worse because I'm spinning my brain up and watching stuff. Sometimes it is only for a couple of minutes until I feel tired, but I know that it's a bad habit.
Blue light is apparently bad for you as well.
Yes, yeah. But because like for me, live content is mega addictive. Yeah. Because you don't know what's going to happen next. It's live, right. It's actually happening right now. This isn't pre-recorded. I could say bananas, and nobody can apples what I'm going to do next. Fruit, orange. Why am I stuck on fruit? Who knows? It's live. It's random. So.
That, please.
Great.
And that's the other fun thing about it being live.
Yeah. I can delete your clips. I can do that. I can see who did it. I can see who betrayed me. And so yeah, that's why I mean I've frankly Lucy's been the recipient of a number of like messages at 4 AM saying, "Hey, so I got stuck watching a stream because it was really entertaining and I couldn't stop watching it. So now I've ruined my sleep pattern for the next month."
Yeah.
Thought I'd let you know. Yeah, so yeah, that's why I certainly wouldn't watch like Twitch in bed, but yeah, YouTube, but I think because YouTube is pre-recorded, because I don't watch live streams on YouTube, it's much easier for me to pause and come back, so I think that's why I go that way. I do not have an Instagram account. I'm aware of the irony with the job that I do, that I don't have an Instagram account. I despise TikTok. I can't. It's not even from like some Vine purist. I never really, I enjoyed the Vines that I saw, but I was never like I never used Vine. You know, I was around people, but I never actually did it myself. And yeah, like I never. Again, so I respect it. I appreciate what people could do with 6 seconds with Vine and stuff, but I don't. And maybe it is just like I don't want to get into it because I know that I will lose, and I don't want to start. Like I don't want to get sucked into that, so I'm just keeping myself away from it. But yeah.
Use QI to sleep too.
All right.
Isn't that just too interesting?
No, it's energy. It's pronounced chi. Yeah.
Sometimes Chilliteratea, but we're usually too curious to how the story goes. Yes, we're too interesting.
Can I say, let us know. We'll pick some boring ones. Don't worry, I've probably got some of those.
Yeah. We are now going to read the entirety of the dictionary from cover to cover.
You have to find out what every word means. And then you start thinking, wait, but the words that you use to define these words are also themselves contained within the dictionary. Where do you start?
Wow. It's infinite.
How many words are there that only appear once in the dictionary? What's the most common word in the dictionary, and what's the least common word? Obviously, it's going to vary by dictionary.
Isn't it? Oh, that would be a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Etymology is indeed pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did like a whole thing on etymology last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
A little etymology quiz. I still have that book.
Yeah.
We could probably do another bunch.
I don't know if it's my internet or yours, but your picture's gone a little bit. You went a little bit pixelated and jumped around. It seems to be steadying out a bit now. Yeah. You downloading something?
Seems okay. Huh?
Is it? You said, are you downloading something?
Downloading it. No.
She literally says Alan Bennett plays, and I'm doing the accent. I know of the Alan Bennett accent, but I don't think I know it well enough to attempt an imitation.
Steam, are you doing something?
Oh bother.
No, nothing's downloading. Weird. My internet is fine, apparently.
Oh, good. Okay. Nah. Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind, indeed. Dictionary reading is fun. Oh boy.
No, I think.
Poism. Oh god. No, let's not call it that. Oh, we don't have a Winnie the Pooh emote. That is true. I don't think we need a Winnie the Pooh emote. I think Sam's soul might be crushed if we have a Winnie the Pooh emote. We don't want to crush Sam's soul, do we, chat?
I might just
look at my wall instead of my camera.
Great.
I'm doing well.
Yeah, I used to. I think I've actually now managed to get out of the habit, and it might just be because the microphone is down here. But I always used to look at the microphone when talking to.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
the
looking
microphone,
at like the screen, but not the camera.
Yeah, the microphone became my point of reference. Where like if the microphone essentially was like the embodiment of chat that I'd be talking to, and then I realised I was doing it, and every time I'd be like, "Isn't that right, chat?" I'm like, why am I doing? Why is this?
Chat can squish Sam's soul a little just as a treat.
You can have a Winnie the Pooh emote, and it's just gonna be white Times New Roman on a black background that says Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, he's a good. Oh, I thought you were literally just like, I'm gonna do it now. No.
Let's check if we have emote slots.
Oh yeah. Oh no. What have we done?
But I might have to misspell it so Disney don't come after us.
Oh yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, Chilliteratea's on. Hey, that's nice.
Yeah, they're cool. Very loud pigeons in the background.
Oh, cool.
Boo, 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 boo,
Oh, you hide them in
boo.
viewer rewards, don't you? Emotes. My favourite philosopher.
What the hell is that from, Arian? Man!
Oh, is it art? Something to... Oh, no, it's not. What the hell is...
Planes had to disappear to actually do your job, which is very silly.
Oh, no, I made the mistake, didn't I? I popped a thing up over the window, so you lost both me and Lucy for a second.
Oh, no.
Because my computer has no object permanence, and if it can't see a window, it does not exist.
Nope.
Yeah, sorry for the void. We all got a brief look back at ourselves. You know what?
What?
Can I
We
make...
do have emote spots.
Well, what we have is a tier 2 and a tier 3 emote slot. Can I make the tier 3 the Winnie the Pooh one? Because everyone's looking like... Oh... I can't...
Yeah, go for it.
Like, I'm gonna put... You can have it, but I'm gonna put it on the tallest shelf.
Yeah.
And it's just...
That hurts me. That hurts my soul.
Think how
You can
I
have it,
feel.
but you can pull it.
Think how I feel.
You can reach the tallest shelf.
Yeah, but I get bullied by chat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you did wear a yellow t-shirt.
Yeah, that's right. Let's victim blame. I did wear a
Absolutely.
yellow t-shirt and a red hoodie. Yeah, no, that
And I don't know if
frankly,
Chad's noticed, there's red and yellow on his t-shirt now.
that's... Go on.
I think I don't know.
What?
The Winnie the Pooh branding is on point. I don't know.
Keep digging.
Did I say red and blue? Red and yellow.
I think you said red and yellow, but if you're willing to cop to
Okay.
it, I'll...
No. Oh, just elbowed the microphone. Sorry about that. If I ever get Sam clothes, what about a green hoodie?
Piss off.
Green hoodie and jogging bottoms combination.
That's just stealing someone else's bit. You're not allowed that. Shut up.
I buy Sam nice clothes. Mainly jumpers.
It's true.
And occasionally socks. We never showed Sam. We never showed Chat the socks.
And we're still not going to...
Oh, but they're good socks. You're not
Mate.
wearing them now, are you?
I'm not, but I'm not wearing any socks, and they're like over there.
And they're over there. Oh.
Yeah, no.
These are amazing socks. I think I told Chat about these socks. I was in the British Library and I saw socks, and yeah, it is, and they were amazing socks because they were called polka dot
Do you
socks.
even know what I was asking when I said it's all hyphenated?
Winnie the Pooh.
Right. I'm actually kind of surprised you got that.
Hi, I've known you for a while. I can hear the cogs.
I can hear the regret.
Wow.
From you, I'm saying you regret.
Sure, okay.
I've earned that. Let me have that.
Anyway, socks. Yeah, they were called polka dot socks, but they were spelled P-O-E dot socks. And they were just lots of faces of Edgar Allan Poe. And I felt called to buy them for Sam. So I was just like, hey, I got your present. And his reaction was as you would expect, really.
Yeah.
A sort of a
socks for a present.
Yeah, they're quite nice socks though. The bamboo. It was mainly the pun. I mainly bought them for the pun. They were pretty good, and they've just got a sort of sad / slightly frustrated or angry Edgar Allan Poe faces. It's great. Sam is now just doing an emote. The disgust on your face whilst doing this is quite something.
You see disgust. I see pride.
Oh no. Oh no, what have you done? Puns are an important part of life, I agree.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. You don't think another Edgar Allan Poe face exists? Yeah, I think he's just permanently pissed off. Did someone say Winnie the Pooh jumper for Sam? I mean, if someone wants to get Sam the Winnie the Pooh jumper, it would be very funny. Don't do that. Mrs. P has a story about a school district near where she grew up. The town was called Poker and the school sports team was called the Dots. That's amazing. Was there, like, were all their sports team strips, like, with polka dots on? Because if not, boo. Rubbish.
Oh, here, Joey.
Not enough effort. Oh no. Well, today Sam gets distracted by baking an emote. Yes, making an emote.
Today, bakers.
Yes, can you do?
We have a wonderful task for you. We want you to make an emote. Now, you have...
Does anybody know what an emote is?
In the old days, what we used to have was Mel and Sue will go and do a whole bit about the history of the emote and where it comes from. But now, I'm not quite in Liverpool. I'm like just northern.
No, you're slightly out.
Yeah, I'm leaning a little bit Alan Bennett maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, it's
found a pun on your socks. Irish Society, nice. Your own cat ran out of the room like he was pursued by Satan himself. Maybe he knew that Joey was trying to come in the room and to, you know, balance the equilibrium, decided to balance the equilibrium.
Okay,
no,
I definitely heard Joey.
Restore the equilibrium.
I definitely heard him.
Oh, Sam's... So, this is Sam's descent into madness, chat. Cat-quilibrium, yeah. You hear cats where there are none. Or Joey has learnt how to
throw his voice.
That or oh god, what's the when you knock and run away? What's that called?
Knock and run. Or there's so many different names. There's knock and run.
Ding dong dash.
Ding dong. Yeah, knock down ginger. I think was another variant.
Oh, knock down ginger was the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
No, I've heard.
Knocky knocky nine doors.
I've heard that. Because, there was some, again, meme video that I think someone made. That was like a whole song around that. That I watched, and I was like, what is this? I don't understand. Yeah. Maximum size of 1 megabyte.
What's that reference to? Or unless it's not a reference to anything. Your cat gassed you out of the bed this morning. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe that was just a tactical move. Like, I need the bed to myself. I shall fart. But yes. Poor cat with his food sensitivities. The rest of the stream is just going to be Sam making an emote.
Yeah.
It's a thing where a farmhouse family heard voices and cat meows on the wall. And the voice said it was called Jeff and was an immortal mongoose from India. Okay. Sure.
You can't just...
I will look that up, I guess.
You can't just come to the stream chat and say stuff like that.
True story. Okay. Also, Lady Mephistopheles, sleep well.
Goodbye, good night.
Goodbye. Thank you for being here. Do I have anything interesting to share? Probably not.
I'm on the latest version of GIMP. Firstly, I still wish they'd change the name because I hate
Glimpse. It's called Glimpse now.
No, because Glimpse, I thought I stopped using Glimpse because they stopped updating it.
Oh, I haven't used it for ages.
Yeah, I went back to using GIMP because they were updating it, and they have done, but I just wish they would change the name because I.
Talking mongoose or the Dalby Spook. Oh, of course, it was in the Isle of Man.
Oh yeah.
Ventriloquism.
I don't even know why I'm saving this project. It took me 5 minutes.
Also, mongoose are not weasels.
You all got to watch my face. Coming. We'll go live before we finish this.
Sorry. The Irvings claimed that Jeff had communicated to them that he was an extra clever mongoose. Yeah. I love it. This is great.
I'll stick my name on this. Wow, there's a number of people with very similar names.
Oh.
That's cool.
So, this is great. This is my new favourite Jeff.
Jeff the Mongoose.
Jeff the Talking Mongoose. Spelt G-E-F, which is also an excellent spelling of Jeff. Apparently he was from New Delhi, so that was why it was spelt G-E-F.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't.
Well done. What might have been funny? Can you use channel points to unlock a tier 3? Oh no, I just hit the window again. Piss.
It's going well. We're nailing this.
I'm doing great. This is riveting content, I know. Look, it's like a Dave stream. Hey chat, what emote do you want? Okay, I'm gonna make it as spitefully as possible, and we'll see if we can get it up before the end of the stream. How do you feel about that?
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. No, Dave actually listens to chat and asks chat what they want, and a robot insults them. Meanwhile, we don't have a robot that insults you. I just do that.
Yeah.
And you get to watch Dave do the thing. So like, yeah, Dave has significantly less like animosity towards chat. Me, this is a conflict.
Yeah. This is a war.
Yeah.
That's probably not a funny joke to make actually at the moment, thinking about it.
Well, you know,
steering away.
Yeah, don't let them take our jokes from us.
No. And away.
See,
I will do what you want and you won't like it. Yeah, that is absolutely Sam.
Can you use channel points to unlock like tier 2 and tier 3 emotes? I wonder.
No idea. Does anybody in chat know this?
Does anyone in chat know this?
Oh,
Because
Arian said don't think you can, if that was in response to that.
that was a while back, but I may have already asked it before.
Yeah, you've done it.
Okay.
I think you've asked it once.
Because
your dog has forgotten she has had dinner. Oh no.
I want to make you work for this. Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, exactly, Amos. Your opinions change. People grow. People evolve.
Yep.
This is... I like to think that what I have done is I have brought that sort of familiarity, the familiar relationship a streamer has with the moderators. I've brought you all in on that. It's like we're all friends. Channel point option to unlock emotes, but it tells you already have them unlocked and you're only a tier 1 sub. Nice. Okay. Because we don't have any tier 2 and 3. So basically my question is, if you can use channel points to unlock it, because I know that you can't use channel points to unlock an animated one, I will make it animated out of spite.
Oh god.
I'm just saying.
Today is just chat. No, not chat bully Sam. The other way around. Sam bullies chat.
Sam hits back. Sam's had enough. Sam's getting punchy.
Yeah.
But it hasn't shown up yet, so...
Oh no.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
Yeah. Devastated.
Yep.
Damn. How to, like, check things without sending us into the void, which I can't be bothered to do. Look at me, think of the viewer experience. Hi, everybody.
Definitely couldn't earlier. You tried on TLJ.
Good. Good.
Fair enough.
I don't know if it was ever the case. And as I say, I don't know how long these things take to get approved. So they may not do it while the stream is live. Who knows?
I would not know.
It's sure not me.
Nope.
Challenge your community. I do every day.
Yeah.
Rally viewers around hitting a big goal. So I'm on the Twitch dashboard now. Hey, do you want
a big goal? That's just Sam.
I am an easy target.
Hmm.
Hey, who wants to get called out by Twitch? It tells me our top 3 unique chatters.
Oh boy.
But let's not do that.
Nope. Hey, Muggin.
Oh, hello. Which I've still never received my royalties from Dave for.
You should bang his door down.
Yeah, actually, I
am
still
the
know where he lives.
bailiffs.
Yeah.
I have come to collect my royalties that are owed me. Ooh, the sky's pretty. I need to clean my windows.
Yeah, me too.
Unique as in only chats on this channel, or unique as in special? I don't know.
Whichever you prefer.
Yeah, special. We're all special here.
Hmm.
Imagination.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Ruined. Yeah. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, I've not been.
You not been reading anything?
Just on stream.
Have you been doing anything creative? What?
No, I'm genuinely trying to think. Like, have I? And if I have it,
about stuff that you've been doing.
Yeah. It's. I feel like I would currently struggle to properly define it as creative.
I don't know.
It's sort of the adult equivalent of like giving a toddler a xylophone and just listening to them bang it like a kid who's just banging it, making sounds, and going, look, he's musical. Look. Is he? He might. Yeah. Well, yes, you have to start somewhere, but at this stage, there's still just as much chance of that kid growing up to be a librarian as a musician. Like that's no shade towards librarians. But like
you have just turned into like some kind of, I don't know, gremlin chaos. You haven't turned into, you always were, but just I don't know. You feel like an old man who lives in a hut somewhere, whose whole
So-
entire existence is to like annoy everybody.
Ge-
Not annoy everybody, just riff on everybody.
Genuinely,
It's like, I'm going to take
when I said it, I literally, the thought process was, I just need to pick another profession that is not musician, and the first one that popped into my head was librarian, and I thought, well, what, you take a one step, why not put the other foot forward as well, and just like take a swing at someone in chat.
Low key, it's not everyone in chat, I suppose. Yeah. But specifically Andy.
Yes.
I'm sorry for him, Andy.
Yeah, He's
not sorry for him.
No. She is. But like, yeah, like
You'll
that.
get yours. Sylphie will kill Stone next D&D session.
Yeah, no, like I guess, yeah, I have acquired, which sounds like I pirated it. No, I spent actual money to buy an Ableton license and have been
Ableton.
Yeah, Ableton, and just been like messing around with that. Just, it is literally just like a kid with a xylophone, just bing, 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 ding, 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 like pressing buttons, making sounds, playing with various virtual instruments that I've acquired over the years, and goofing around with things. Not in any way that I feel yet is a demonstration of any, I can't like, oh yeah, no, I'm just going to go make some songs, because I'm not up to that stage yet, but just trying to like learn my way around it and find out what questions I need to ask to try and figure out and understand what I want to know, which is a decent way to learn anything. Yeah, that's really been, I guess, my main creative activity lately. I started trying to write something months ago and I haven't got back to that since then. I'm disappointed in myself about, if I'm honest.
I wonder what happens if we just put like the countdown music behind you when you
I
need to do something.
I get even more anxious and I fail to do the countdown
Yeah,
music
well.
does not spur me to activity.
No,
The
I don't know. It's pressure. But pressure's probably not good in these situations. Pressure is not the best for creativity.
I only function well under certain kinds of pressure. I've yet to fully clearly identify which. There's I guess an other thing that I have been attempting to do, which you know about, but I don't want to say on stream what that is.
No.
If it comes to anything, then yes, I will say, hey, that was me that did that. But unless that happens, I don't want to say what that is. I guess from a creative...
He is planning to rob a bank.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
I think I can probably safely say that next month's Longest John's music video was my concept. Oh, thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for gifting a sub to about 13 Confused Planes. That's super kind of you, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's frankly, that's a lot of subs.
Yeah. About 13.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Give or take. Somewhere around a baker's dozen.
Yeah. Enjoy that sub.
Aviator's dozen. Yeah, so the video for next month's Longest John single, that was my concept. I refuse to take sole credit for it because it did become a collaborative team effort of everyone having to chip in and work this thing out that I gave them. You know, sort of like a cat dropping a dead rabbit on your doorstep. You're just like, great, thanks.
Now I have to
now I have to try and deal with this because we don't have anything else. Cool.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, but we got there, and I've not seen the final edit of it yet, but I'm told that it worked exactly as intended.
Nice.
Forward to it, and I look forward to everyone else seeing. And then I can actually talk more about where the concept came from, because it was my adaptation of again, not giving away too many details, of an other thing that I saw somewhere in the region of 20 years ago and have been going on about non-stop ever since. And it doesn't exist anywhere on the internet, so no one can say that I stole it. But I'd actually love to find the original version. Yeah, that's another creative thing that I've been involved in, which is cool.
Yeah.
How about you?
I mean, sort of my job.
All right. Okay, well, I made a cool meme that I posted up about a mushroom singing Wellerman, and people seem to like that and find it funny. That was my job.
Yeah. What have I been doing? So really. I have various things sort of in the works project-wise, but that's not very creative at the moment because that's give me money, which isn't particularly creative. It's I need to find some money.
Yeah.
Help.
Who will pay me for this thing that I do really well?
Yeah. Yeah. I was in Paris last week. No,
Oh, yeah.
week before.
I fixed the... There we go.
Doing musical stuff. I had a gig on... Oh, I had a gig on Saturday. That was fun.
Oh, yeah?
Which was in the Barbican, which is, for those of you who aren't in the UK / don't know what the Barbican is, it is sort of a arts centre, sort of... It's kind of a complex. It's got lots of bits of it. It's a very cool... Like, it's fascinating architecturally. It's all brutalist. Very brutalist. What?
Be a Barbican, not a Barbicant.
Do you want to try that pronunciation again?
No, because if I do that, I acknowledge how that sounded.
Nobody clip that, please.
I can see what you clip.
Oh,
a Barbican.
God.
Amos, a Barbican.
Barbicant. Let's go with that, shall we?
I can't say that word.
Anyway, now Sam has completely ruined it. Have you swallowed that water? No. Oh no. Oh dear. And
I
breathe.
lived.
Okay, good. I thought we were going to get a spit take on screen there. Yes, the Barbican. It's a very cool place. It's great. Now we have ruined the word Barbican. Sorry, Sam has ruined the word Barbican. Dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
You're shaking the camera.
No, I bumped the desk.
Oh, right. Yes, anyway, it's a big brutalist kind of complex. It's got flats. It's got like a little lake type thing. It's got a whole arts centre, and it's also got the Guildhall School of Music and Drama in it, which is one of London's many, 5 music colleges. But it's the actual arts centre itself has like a concert hall in it, a cinema, like 2 cinemas, I think, possibly 3, a theatre, like a bar, a restaurant, shop, all those kinds of things. It's a really, really good place for all sorts of arts related things. They've currently got Fiddler on the Roof, I think, as their musical.
Well, I hope they let him down.
And oh no, Andy. Oh no. Thank you. Yeah, that's gonna haunt you forever.
I said what I said.
One day I will be able to tell any story without somehow stuff derailing it.
No. No, ask Dave how that goes.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a cool place, lots of interesting art and stuff, and the gig I was playing in was me and a string quartet, and it was for the album that they brought out a couple of years ago, which I played on. And it's a lot of very cool stuff by this particular composer called Anna Meredith, who is cool. And a lot of the tracks are kind of like almost like dance tracks. And like some of them have got a really cool beat. And basically there's like a, I don't know what he is actually. No, he's not an animator. I don't know. But anyway, there was a guy who had done some like cool visuals for it that were being played on the screen. Through every track. It was a lot of fun. It was really good. And it was sold out.
Yeah,
and
that's super cool.
I got stuck backstage.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were standing... Because turns out, in a cinema, it's not really made for, you know, concerts. So there's no real proper backstage. So the only way out is through the cinema. So there's like a tiny little room... I imagine for things like premieres or something that you've got like, you know, the talent in a little back room, and then you bring them out for chatting about stuff. I don't know. But anyway, it's just or it's a little storage room. I don't know, but it's a little room to the side, and like to the left of the screen, just go out. And that was basically our dressing room. So there was no exit backstage. So I did my bit, and then I, you know, had to go back in there. But just before I came on, the stage manager was there and grabbed this door handle, which wasn't a very big door handle. It wasn't particularly convenient for pulling. And just was like, oh, they're about to introduce me kind of thing. And then just sort of tugged on the door just a little bit. And he was like, oh, this could be interesting. And I was like, oh, it's stuck, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I think it was so warm that the wood had like warped and stuck. And so I was like, Lucy Humphreys, and like he was a big guy as well. He was just like to the doors, just like forcing it. It was so funny. And I was just sitting there just dying of laughter. There was big applause, and it's obviously started to die down. And then one of the players of the quartet just ran off stage, basically kicked the door open. Like she had to like barge into it because it was a push door from their side and a pull door from ours. And eventually I got on, and everybody was
would
like,
have been bad if it wasn't.
But yeah,
if he's pulling it, it's like, oh no, it's just a push.
Yeah, that would have been entertaining. But yeah, so that was interesting. It was very funny. The audience found it hilarious.
Good.
It was a very chill gig, so it wasn't like, oh my god, mortified. And I wasn't like, yeah, I wasn't bothered about it, but
Yeah.
it was quite entertaining. Yeah.
Nice.
So that was interesting, but that was a cool gig. I enjoyed it. Lots
Good.
of fun lighting and stuff as well. And it was amplified as well because there was a click track and everything for some of the pieces, not mine. And the sound engineer was just like, do you want in-ears or a monitor? And I was like, a monitor, please. What mic do you want? I don't care. And then it was sound check time. Oh, I can just turn you all the way down. Okay. It's like, yeah. The classic thing with sound engineers. It's like, oh, there's a trumpet. You don't need a mic, right? No, I will need a mic. You just don't need to turn it up very high. So, yeah, that was fun. And the composer was there. She was very happy.
Nice.
So, yeah, I guess that was my creative thing for the weekend.
Oh, oops, that just jumped that. That was opening a window. Well, so I was getting a link that I thought, oh, I'll drop this into chat. And then obviously it opened it. What on earth?
What are you doing?
Chat, did you hear that? So what happened was, I went to get the link for Wakefire because I thought, because with you talking about performances and stuff like that, I'm hoping you can actually hear Hat Note because it's down very quiet, but it should still be audible on stream. I'm hoping. Something is up with this. I clicked to get the link for Wakefire. That opened
Right.
it in the browser on this screen, which put it over the top of Discord, so we were cast into the void. That was the first thing.
Right.
Then a hat note, which, you know, is a lot of kind of like springy kind of boings and chimes and stuff like that. It suddenly it sounded like a voice just going.
Oh, fun!
Like the sounds just
Nice
started
bit
getting
of
like
vocal fry.
yeah, just started getting like really warped and like stretched and skewed and stuff.
Oh yeah, you're haunted.
I don't know why. It shouldn't do that. It's just running. It's just a very small like source, just a little in a browser in OBS. And yet, apparently, opening the Wakefire link broke it, and so
No, I think you're haunted.
that was weird. But I was getting this. I'm gonna drop it into chat with
Cool friends. Cool
this
people.
because yeah, you're
Everybody
talking
knows
about
what you think.
performance and microphones and monitoring and stuff like that. I was like, oh wait, I remember when I saw you do that time with those people, and here's their next project, which they're kickstarting the album for.
Yeah, cool
So,
new album.
Yeah,
I've seen some pictures that they've taken, and their show has like a sun, like a
sorry.
Oh, okay. The backdrop of the show has like a just an orb.
Nice.
Sun.
Good. Okay.
It's like, oh, I love that. That's cool.
Very good.
And by the looks of things, possibly a mini maypole as well.
Oh yeah. That okay.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I like this. This could be fun. Don't fall off the stage. So yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, Jimmy and Sid, Lady Masery, they are doing a summer show, which is basically the inverse of their winter show.
Nice.
And it'll be amazing.
Yeah. I think
everything they do is amazing.
I think they have released a song from it.
Yes.
As a single.
They have. And it's nice.
It is.
Lovely.
Listened to it. Consumed the content.
Could have definitely been made better with trumpet.
You should get in touch with them.
Yeah, I should know. No, I don't think anything will be made better with trumpet. That's summery. Trumpet's not a very summery instrument.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know. I feel like it's certainly more Christmassy than it is summery. Just from, stuff that we celebrate at Christmas.
Yeah. Well, that's a different array. Like, yeah, as part of, for me, like a full brass band, that's a very Christmas sound.
Yeah, no, but also just generally, trumpet is kind of like, it's more of a, I don't know, like churchy kind of, I don't know, regal, whatever. It can make sounds that sound deserty. This is true. You don't think anything will be made better with trumpet? Like, oh, no quote function here. What a shame. What a shame.
You didn't even add a quote or anything before that. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah. Just go home time for you, planes. Well,
Fly safe.
Have good go home time. Fly safe.
Yeah.
Nice. Lovely to see you.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Ooh.
Oh, sounds. Punching the mic.
Just chest bumped it. Scored a goal. Celebrating. Whee!
Yeah.
I didn't actually read, but I saw there was an article doing the rounds the other day, which was, I think, it was. I saw it because it involved a quote from Martin Carthy about football chants being like modern folk music.
I guess.
And yeah, I saw it like.
I mean, they're not. I don't know.
Like like a.
They don't feel as inclusive, frankly.
No, there is, yeah.
And I find it funny that, like, I mean, I know like a lot of folk music is taking tunes from other things, like even old folk music,
Modern folk music
but
might
yeah,
be... Well, yes.
Yes, that is true. But also, I find it funny with football chants that actually a bunch of them are actually from classical music. It's like,
Yeah.
what? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What is this?
Okay, it's a big issue article.
Right.
From the utterly profane to the thoroughly sacred, how football chants became the folk music of today. Which, yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't say, I think in that sentence
Yeah.
it's like...
A form of folk music for today.
Yeah. Yes, a modern branch of... Oh, damn it, I've got to stop doing this. A modern branch of folk music? Sure. To say that it is the modern folk music is sort of it almost kind of hits akin to the whole Loive is saving jazz because she's the one person who's reinventing jazz and jazz musicians are like,
hi,
it didn't go anywhere. We've been doing
jazz is fine.
We've been doing jazz all along, and there might be a little bit of that sense of like, what? No,
what?
Yeah.
Also, I kind of hate that on a base level because I don't like football chants.
Yes.
Mainly because they are intimidating as hell.
Yeah.
Having a group of men loudly going, "Hurrah!" and singing a football chant is really intimidating as a woman.
Yeah.
So, don't like it. And, yeah, I don't know. It's...
Yeah.
I guess they fill the purpose of, you know, everybody singing together kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of not, because it's like it's in direct opposition to another group of people singing songs.
Yeah.
So, which I suppose is like folk music has its peaks anyway.
Yeah. As I say, I would need to be reading this article like live, which is, I mean, you watch me stare at a screen for a few minutes while I made an emo, and I'll be doing that again here. Like, at a glance, it looks like it's taken a fairly romanticized view of football chants, talking about, you know, getting...
Yeah.
You don't need to be a football fan to find the sound of a crowd singing together profoundly moving, and you don't need to be a Liverpool fan to find the cop end singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," a breathtaking spectacle. And like, that's the nice, say, romanticized version of, oh, look at all these people, men, women, and children of all different creeds and classes and backgrounds coming together to sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." And then afterwards they'll get drunk and kick in the heads of the other team that dared to show up at their grounds to play against them. Like, that's... it's not... And maybe they do address both sides, I'm not sure. The Martin Carthy quote. This is a professor of sociology from Glasgow University, saying that Carthy coined this phrase that football chants are one of the last vestiges of a living folk tradition. Which
what?
that... Yeah, I
folk tradition.
Yeah, I was going to say,
all the folk musicians doing folky things.
Yeah. I'd be curious to hear Carthy expand on that. Because, again, like, you know, go with his position. Like, his reputation in the folk scene isn't just going to, like, probably, I would think, just, like, toss that out without some sort of thought or consideration to it, maybe. But, yeah, again, I would feel like has the capacity for that, can be that, but you really have to address everything else that it can be too, because... Yeah.
A lot of football chants are very aggressive, not so nice,
Yeah.
It's more like a war cry, Very light version of war cry. I think football matches would be much more interesting if someone brought along a Carnix. Let me just send Marco a message. That would be funny.
Don't, because you already get...
Why is there a crazy Dutch man with a massive trumpet that points upwards? What's he doing?
You already get the whole Barmy Army thing of guys with the band that shows up with drums and just plays the greatest, not even the entire, just da 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 bum 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 da 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 for the entire 90 minutes of a football match. Like, they don't stop. It's
That's
cricket.
cricket, apparently.
I'm pretty sure they're kicking a ball around on a pitch.
I think some Dutch supporters got in trouble for anti-Semitism in their chants. Oh, goody.
That does not surprise me. I mean, with
Nope.
my... Yeah, I mean...
A thing being used by people who also do bad things doesn't make it not that thing.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But
I feel like because most of the time it's kind of its sole purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we can have this discussion. I don't know. I can see a logic in, and agree with the logic of like describing football chants as a form of folk music. Like being folk music doesn't make it inherently good or bad. Turns out there can be some bad folk music.
Oh yeah.
And that's not to say that
Have you heard of sea shanties?
Yeah, they suck. And that's not to say that like football chants even are inherently bad. There are good ones. There are funny and clever and inventive ones. Like that. I mean, some of the like, I don't know. There's ones I'm trying to think of ones that I have enjoyed. Annoyingly, the first one that always springs to mind only really works to get, because you need to get the punchline immediately and you need to know the name of the player that it's about, because the joke is essentially it's just fancying there's only one chop for the player Paolo One Chop, because there's only one someone, you say the name of the player because this is like there's only one Dennis Bergkamp kind of thing, and
Right,
there's only one chop, so there's too much explanation, the joke's ruined. But when you hear that, like it's the sudden stop at the end of the joke, and you realise that's and like that's
that was the punchline.
That's funny, that's inventive, it's clever, I like it, I appreciate it, I'm entertained by stuff like that. And like and like the other
but again, that's not a song though.
No, that's more of a meme because it's in reference to a song.
Yeah.
Like something that would go on longer. No, like the other thing that I find that I have found fascinating about football chants, I guess we're just talking about football chants now. Hey, let's do this.
I guess.
Is how does everybody learn these? Like, I suppose there's like an element of like
fathers teach their
but when
sons.
something has happened that week, or like in the middle of a match, even like there was some breaking news the day before, and someone has against my will, yes, but it's like, how do these things spread out to the entire crowd in what can feel like the space of minutes, like, and they're singing like an entire song with like verses and a chorus, and like how do you just know this? How have you, like, is someone handing out songbooks before the match? Were enough of you singing this on the bus that everyone else has just absorbed this? That's interesting to me. How, and again, it's not a statement on the quality of the song, because it can be, but a Mexican wave that's just a simple, you just see people doing that and it goes. This is like songs with music and with lyrics. And seemingly enough people in this crowd have learned this well enough to sing it in unison, such that you can pick out from a distance what they're singing. That's impressive to me.
Well, you can't though. You can't actually hear the. Well, you certainly can't hear the words, and most of the time they are to a tune that most people will know.
Yeah.
So I feel like enough people will be like, "Oh, this is the tune. I'll sing along." They'll pick up the words as they sing it, and frankly, you repeat it enough times in a football match, everybody will know it immediately.
But
next time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still find it interesting.
Oh yeah.
And
it's almost like we're quite good at picking things up auditorily.
Yeah.
It's like we're built for it or something.
Very folk process. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which again, like, due to the, but I guess the broad hand wave of like the politics of this, where you're talking about football and football fans and football chants and stuff like that. That is a very loaded topic of discussion, and not without good reason. Like you say, you talk about that thing, and it is, for most people, I mean, even I would find it a hostile, threatening environment. Like, I'm pretty much the target demographic for people who are like, oh, this guy probably likes football and doesn't feel out of place in a crowd. I feel super awkward when around a group of lads who are singing and chanting. And so
So that sounded like you're saying singing enchanting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm constantly being lured onto the rocks. I've wrecked so many boats. It's awful.
Yeah.
I hate that. I'm uncomfortable around that. I can't imagine what it's like for anyone who's not like me. So, I understand that, but I think, like, it's still an interesting world. But I think you do need to recognise. That's the thing. Saying that it's a form of folk music, I don't think is saying either that it's good or that, I know.
Yeah.
It can be a folk process.
It's a tradition.
Yeah.
It's fascinating from a distance.
Yeah.
I don't even like it from a distance.
I was fascinated by the songs, but frustrated. This is a quote from someone else who's studying this. Fascinated by the songs, but frustrated by the public conversation around football culture and the way the obsession with football hooliganism dominated the public debate. Well,
there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Especially in the UK, we're not the greatest football fans.
It may be an earned reputation.
A little bit. I mean, even people I talk to who aren't football fans in like other countries are just like, the UK football fans aren't great, are they? It's like, no, we just come over and ruin everything.
Because we do the whole. We've never, like, for marketing purposes, we kind of put we just went, oh, you know what football's like? Football's like going to war. Isn't war great? You remember those World War I images of soldiers jolly and happy as they picked up their guns and they all marched off to war together? It's like that. And all you have to do is just show a picture of red and white flags and George's cross fluttering and talk about, do you remember? Were you there when the lion roared? Well, the lion will roar once more when England go to Europe. And I'm going to buy beer and I'm going to punch a man. And like that's it. That's your marketing. The lion roared. And for England, Harry and St George, Henry V, Shakespeare, and it's like,
wow, your mic just full on cut out there.
Good. Let's just shut up, get over it. Like, please, we won a tournament once and we haven't shut up about it. Like, that's it. And it feels like because of that whole like wartime analogy, it just gets everyone riled up to like get on the boats and it's going to be like Dunkirk and we're going to go over there and we're going to fight all the Germans and anyone else, because anyone who dares oppose us in the theatre of sport is our biggest enemy, our nemesis, and we're going to beat them. We don't care who you are. You're our worst. We hate you. We'll kill you in football, but in Minecraft and actually, please stop. Please.
Yeah.
Just accept the loss when we get it. Don't go and fight people.
Football fans just generally aren't great. Also, llama, but French people like rioting. No offense, but it's almost like France is a country that's based on pretty much just riots.
Riots and revolutions.
That's what the French are good at. Yeah.
You do at least also sometimes do it for the right cause.
Oh, like,
sometimes
it works.
Sometimes there's an injustice that gets you people out in the streets rather than us, where we just kind of go,
could be worse.
Ooh, what's on Dave?
Yeah.
So Dave's a TV channel. Yeah.
Also a Twitch channel.
Yes.
No. Yeah. But it's silly, isn't it? well, it's weird that football, just sport in general, it's entertainment. Like it is put on this. I get very angry at how much money is put into sport
Oh yeah,
as opposed to the arts.
but we've got to support
Because
grassroots football.
why? That's the thing. It's like down to the very basic things. Like, why is sport so important? Because it's entertainment. Okay, so what's art then? It's like sport and art are the same thing. People go to watch a game of something. They will go to watch a game of football, but they'll not. Yeah, but then go to a gig, go to a concert, go to the theatre. Like, it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
You are paying for a ticket to sit in a seat and watch a thing, so you can be entertained, so your life can be enriched and stuff. So they're exactly the same. The only difference is the attitude towards it, and you're right, it's like the whole sort of aggression of we're going to beat these people.
Yeah.
Is
It's
just men making all the decisions.
Well, there is it's that sort of, certainly here it is so far ingrained into culture that like you are
Tribalism.
Yeah, and you are like steeped in it from minute one. Like if you don't, like, I remember as a kid you would hear people asking others like, so who's your football team? Who do you support? And be like, oh good. And it's like leaving home without your wallet. Like, oh good heavens, I've got to pick a football team. I need to have a team. Who do I support? I don't know. How do you pick a team you support? Who's good? You don't pick a good team, because if you pick a good team, everyone thinks you're a glory supporter. So you've got to pick another. You have this whole like, you've got to have a team. You've got to have someone you support. That's your identity. It's how people will judge you by what team you like and how well they do. And like that's. And suddenly, yeah, you've got that emotional hook, a very simple emotional hook of like, who's better, who's worse, who's fighting, who's like, yeah, how can we pitch people against each other, and get them to spend money on stuff. And yeah, it's harder to foster that community around art. Have you seen Star Wars?
That's the thing. This is the thing. It's like, yes, a shared interest is great and all, but like, nerds.
Yeah.
It's like fandoms.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't think inherently, I don't think inherently sport, because there's a common enemy, I don't think inherently that is a stronger thing for bringing people together than art is, because frankly, Smallcock says fandom wars are a thing.
Yeah,
that opinion are a thing.
That was my point. Although I would argue, sorry. Yeah, no, that's why I said, have you seen Star Wars? Because like, but again, like on kind of a both sides argument, because yeah, Star Wars, Star Trek, or whatever, or people just getting like ultra nerdy about Star Wars or other fan interests, it happens, but it feels like it is still on like a different axis to sport, where. Sport is just like straight up aggressive hostility towards each other. Like, we are this team. It feels very base. It's like we are this team. We wear these colours. You wear different colours. Therefore, we must fight. Whereas I feel like fandoms from different groups more just kind of exist separately from each other until they suddenly like meet, and then it's just now certainly it's just more of like, no, we're really into this. You're into that, right? And that's more like the hostility is more like enabled online, because what isn't?
It's online. Yeah,
there's a lot of like local identity as well tied into sport. Like, do you support the team from where you come? No, I don't. Oh, that's wrong. Or you do? Then their success at football is a direct measure of your worth as a human. No, my worth. Yeah. It's, support your country as a team and you're meant to root for them. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, it's just so baked in that to any politician that wishes to have a career in this country basically has to, if you have to support football or never answer a question about football, because if you dare express any kind of negative sentiment towards football, that's it. You will never get elected. You are unelectable. It's just
even saying footballers are paid far too much money.
Yeah.
And maybe some of that should be, redistributed.
No. Sorry,
have that.
that's it. You've ruined every chance you have of being elected. It just will not happen. Yeah. What you have to do is say, yeah, we will support grassroots football. We have an epidemic in this country of youths. I don't know, but it's youths, and so support grassroots. We're gonna put extra funding into grassroots football, and it's like it is of national importance that we have a team that is capable of competing for trophies at the highest level. Thank you. Please elect me. That's it.
I hate it.
I hate it too. And we're probably going to get cancelled for expressing these opinions on channel, so, oh well, here we go.
I don't care.
No.
I'll
go down swinging.
Yeah, absolutely. Capitalism is motivated to cultivate that kind of loyalty, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It sports your country as a team and you're meant to root for them with art, not some... I don't know. Nationalism is a big thing in art. Massive. Yes. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I was trying to kill a fly. Did I get you? I did! Ah, haha, I'm a ninja. I realised I shouted into the mic again. Sorry about that.
I mean,
every
I was
time
doing
I lean
that
forward,
too.
Yeah. You were shouting. It's fine.
Were you there, England? The lion.
Camera.
Roared.
Camera. I'm here. Camera.
And a gentleman at home, now abed, will think themselves accursed they were not here.
All right.
Nice. Something Sacker City.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
But, yeah. Nice.
Soft. What light from yonder window.
Yeah. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying now.
Something football sucks. Football culture sucks.
No, something else. Damn. Nationalism, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like nationalism in art. As obviously, it's been a thing for years. Like, there were whole waves of it, like big waves of it, especially like Russian nationalism and stuff like that, and frankly, British nationalism, big thing, especially in Victorian era and like early 19th century stuff. Elgar was big on that. I mean, has anyone heard? I vow to thee, my country, or Rule Britannia. Like, yeah, that's the thing. That's all. It's all there. It's all there. Like, everything you see in sport is also there in art. It's just kind of, yeah. It's capitalism and the money that gets funneled into these things because it's much easier. I feel like also it's much easier to treat sports people as products.
Yeah.
Because they're not meant to have opinions.
Yeah.
They are literally just like, you do the thing, and you play the game, you tick all the boxes, do all the rules, and you score.
And then they do have opinions like Gary Lineker and get absolutely pilloried for it, for daring to say, hey, I think that maybe we shouldn't just like vilify trans people for trying to exist. What?
Yeah. But artists are, a lot more vocal usually, a lot more problematic in that, they have opinions and tend to, put them into their art, and are actually actively trying to create something. Therefore, you can't as easily package them up and go, oh, they're going to do this.
Which brings us back to AI.
Yeah. Which we lost. Bill in the UK, if anyone doesn't know. Basically,
I hate that guy.
You can trade on everything now. Elton John was very, 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 very vocal about maybe don't do that because we're completely screwed copyright-wise. If you just basically can just go, hey AI, here's all the music, have fun. And the bill was passed anyway because they don't actually care. Which, frankly, isn't exactly new news. So, imagine an orchestra art gallery, there's many ads for gambling and stuff. They have ads! They're just for different things. Like, you go to any orchestra, or especially like opera or ballet. Actually, no, opera's worse. And you will get ads for, you'll get a program, and there'll be adverts for all sorts of things in there.
Can I get an operatic Cerveza Cristal?
Oh dear. I mean, to be fair, the ads are very fancy, usually. Depends where you go. But, yeah, like, it's, yeah, still a thing.
Mm.
Same people who ruin football clubs ruin art. Art is also presented as something noble for the high classes, while football is for the masses. I mean, we are, like, artists have tried for so many years to make sure that it's not that. And yet, it is the governing bodies, it's the people who aren't actually you know, artists themselves or interacting with the art in any way that keep peddling this complete crap of you have to have loads of money to go and do anything, see any art of any kind. Fantasy opera, I mean, unfortunately Wagner was, but
this is where I say a thing and you say, yeah, no, Sam, people already do that. But I am picturing people showing up to the opera like dressed like their favourite characters from the opera. Like fans showing up to a football match wearing a shirt with their favourite player's name and number on the back.
Well, you'd have to know what production of that opera it would be.
I'd sell merch in it.
No, you just put the name of the opera on. Or a quote from it. Like, yeah. I mean, the Royal Ballet do a version of Alice in Wonderland, and I'm pretty sure there are some, like, Actually, I don't even know if... I mean, you can wear pretty much anything to the opera house, no one cares. Like, jeans and a t-shirt is normal. And people have definitely rocked up in sort of Alice in Wonderland-themed costumes. I've seen it. So it's just like, yeah. And you can sell merch. You can sell merch for a lot of these things. And people buy it. So, showing up as the Queen of the Night. Yes! Love that. You're the magic flute. This costume is really hard to sit down in. Nice. Actually, the production I saw had the actual flute as panpipes. Which I thought was kind of cool. Because they're the ones who benefit from that cultural cachet. Yeah, that's true. Viking helmets with horns. But, yeah, I don't know. I could rant about this for ages. It's very annoying. Fantasy opera. Also, I was ranting earlier because at the state of the theatre ticket prices on the West End. Like, ridiculous prices. Absolutely ridiculous prices. And, like, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of pounds for one ticket.
Right.
And people dare to say things like, oh, opera's elitist, you can't go to the opera for less than £200. It's like, I can go to the opera for £4, literally.
Yeah.
I won't see very much. I'll be on the side, but you can just go.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they may have upped the price since then, but it used to be, when I was a student, it was £4. You could get a side standing ticket, to be fair, for £4. You could see ballet or opera. And now you can still get a decent seat for 30 quid, 35 quid, something like that. Like, and like the cheap tickets at like a West End theatre are probably like 80, 90 quid, which is obscene. Absolutely obscene. And I saw a thing today which made me laugh but also cry inside, that people are getting angry. Oh no, it was yesterday, wasn't it? Because I told you about this. There's a West End production of Evita on at the moment, and frankly, in my opinion, a genius bit of staging. They have got her, Evita, based on Eva Peron. Eva Peron?
Eva Peron.
Eva.
Did that not work?
What are you trying to do? Oh, I see. You're still doing a thing. But anyway, in my opinion, in a genius stroke of staging, they had her during the song Don't Cry For Me Argentina, where she is singing to the crowd, singing to the people. They had her go outside on the London Palladium balcony and sing down into the street and have it live streamed, to the people in the theatre, which I think, genius, great idea. And people complained, oh, I've paid so much money for a ticket, I don't want to see it. It's one song, dude. It's one song, and you are missing the point of the musical. It's this entitlement that just like, you are performing for me, no one else. This is my art. It's like, no, stop. I hate it. So yeah, rant. Art is for everybody. Art should be for everybody. The people who it's the wealthy people wanting to keep things for themselves and going, no, you can't have that. Yeah. Ava. Okay. Thanks, Andy. Yeah. You sure? Go. Money sucks. Great. Fantastic. Thanks, Sam. And usually you can get cheaper tickets when you're under 30. Yeah, that's true. It does amuse me, actually, how a lot of these places have had their sort of young person schemes where you can get like reduced tickets until you're like 25 or something. And suddenly in the last few years have been 25, 30, 35. I wouldn't be surprised if they push it up to 40. It's like for like discounted tickets for under 40s just because everybody can't afford anything.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Squirrel.
Hello.
And thank you very much for the resub.
Yeah.
You have come into a Vita talk. Yes. People complaining that a recent production is happening now. A production in the West End had her literally go outside onto the balcony, sing down into the street, and live stream it to the audience. And people are going, "Oh, I didn't pay for that." It's like, you're kind of missing the point. So, yeah. Oh, okay, you know about it, right? Your friend and I were joking they should have just forced the audience inside to sit in silence for the length of the song with the house lights off. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you're still... That's the thing, is just like people go, I didn't pay to see a screen. It's like, this is live.
Yeah.
They're not just pre-recording it. It's live. She is still singing it.
That's like... Just go into any kind of large music show or whatever, where like, you know, if you get like a big concert or a festival or something like that, and it's like, well, the band's tiny, so you spend most of the time just looking at, they've got like, they have like cameras and big screens up instead, and you go there to stand in their presence, you know, within like 50 meters or so, but then you're looking at a big screen instead to watch them. Like, really?
Yeah. But again, people go to the crowd there, don't they?
Yeah.
You beat Andy to it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, it's just like, and also frankly, like, if you're going to be like, oh, well, we live in a world with screens, I don't want to see screens in my theatre, it's just like, right. So, if you're so obsessed with the purity of theatre, you're really not missing you really are missing the point of theatre.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Also, you can just go another day and see it. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I do kind of feel sorry for, like, certain people who are working in, like, certain shops. Excuse the noise of the bins. Certain people in certain shops, like, having to hear Don't Cry For Me Argentina every night. Like, that might be a little tiresome after a while. I mean, it's a good song. Pardon?
Oh, she's off again.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's this time. Okay.
I'm not in Argentina. What's she on about?
Yeah, we're not crying.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, you can just see the song outside if you really want for no money. So,
yeah.
Like, if you actually care about seeing the song, like, in the flesh with her singing at you and seeing her, then you wouldn't be complaining about this, because again, you're missing the point. But yeah, it's only one time a night. Yeah, I don't know if they do matinees. Probably not. Sounds like theatre reflects society. I know, right? Mad. There'll be some days there'll be matinees, I'm sure. But also, I don't think it's a particularly long run, so it's not going to be that much of a pain. But yeah, if I cannot smell the musicians, then you want your money back. Oh, you don't want to smell musicians. Especially not in a pit. Pits are stinky places. Yeah, right there.
No.
Yeah. That's kind of sad. Whole
Just
thing.
sit over here and keep giving chat what they want. Okay.
Great. It's got pit right in the name. It does. This is true. I must have told chat the story that I can't remember which. Probably both opera houses in London. RIP, have a tunnel from the back of the pit to the nearest pub. Which I don't know if it's still in use. It probably isn't. It's probably been, but it's like old tunnel from when the theatre was first around. It's like, oh, the brass musicians got inventive.
Did they dig it themselves? Is it
I don't
a Great
know.
Escape kind of
This is the thing.
scenario, or
This is. I don't know if it's an urban myth. I genuinely don't know if it's an urban myth, but I think I've heard it from enough people who have worked in said pits.
Yeah.
That it's a thing.
Yeah.
Again, whether it was dug by the members of the orchestra, I feel like that would be too much effort for them to even for them to get beer. Oh, the V from the emote is slightly off center.
It
I think that was intentional,
isn't it?
Yeah, there we go.
I'm glad you noticed.
He's giving you what you want, chat.
The whole thing is off center. But you have a Winnie the Pooh emote.
Yeah. What you heard, percussion has a lot of time? Oh yeah, but percussionists are usually a weird group of people who can kind of amuse themselves by hitting things most of the time.
Yeah.
But that's evil Sam. Have you met Sam? He's even got a mischievous grin on his face. Look at him.
My face.
But yeah, I can't remember what we were on. Everybody's complaining about your emote, Sam.
Yes. Good.
You're just feeding him.
Yeah.
Every complaint just makes him grow stronger.
Drive the engagement.
Yeah. Sam has been evil all stream. Yeah. Oh, and he's on audio only. Mischief is wasted. Sam has made a cursed Winnie the Pooh emote. It is just the words Winnie the Pooh, and they are on just white, black background, wildly off center.
You're aware that it was Andy Pants who pointed out that
it was.
was off center. She's on audio only. She can still see chat.
Oh God! Wait, what? Hang on. Yeah. Oh,
Just
sorry,
can't see us. We could be doing whatever over here.
I'm a fool.
That's okay. It comes to us all.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. You're already planning your revenge? Good, good. Good. I feel like someone should send you a cat Winnie the Pooh costume to try and put on Joey.
I don't have
that would be the revenge.
I don't have to do that, though.
No, that's true. But it would be interesting to put it down next to him and see what he thinks of it.
He'd probably
hiss.
Jump or snuggle up to it.
Yeah. That would be cute. That would be very sweet. Poor Joey. No, not poor Joey. Joey gets everything he ever wants in life. Except it's not enough for him.
Yes. Yeah, the only thing he doesn't get is enough.
Yeah. No revenge on Joey. He never did anything wrong in his life ever.
Which, jumping to a completely different tangent, but because it's just popped into my head, and I find it funny.
5?
This is harassment.
Is it?
Yeah, I do. So I use Swipe for text entry on my phone. I've complained about it a lot.
Oh no, not Swipe.
Yeah. Well, this is a funny one, because when it still infuriates me, but it is at least funny.
It does pull some really random stuff.
Yeah, it does. So
like,
Swipe.
this word, right?
Yeah. Swipe, for those of you that don't know, is now sadly, you talk about AI and atrophying brain capabilities, is now the only way that I can enter text on a phone. Is you have your phone keyboard, and instead of like tippy tappy typing everything, you just like put your finger on the first letter and just like draw a line across the letters that you want. No, we don't. And
Yeah, we do.
And what it does, and this is why I hate AI and predictive text. You tried it, it's weird. I've gotten used to it. And so what it does is like it kind of looks at the letters you go over and goes, I think you meant this word. And sometimes it's right. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes there's other problems like your phone lags and it thinks you've just typed G when you've tried writing a whole letter that began with a letter G. It's a whole word that began with a letter G and it just didn't pick up any of the other letters. It's infuriating like that. It seems to function a little bit like predictive in that it sort of maybe tries to extrapolate what you might be typing next based on what you've previously put. Except it really doesn't, because it will, like, if it thinks you've typed, say, I'm just going to the shops, but instead of shops, it will just say spaceship or something, because it's like, well, that's another word that begins with the same one that you typed, and like, no, why would I be saying that? Shops is the word I was going for. Something like that. But what set me off on this was one that did amuse me, was the other day when I was just trying to write to you the word enough. And what it thought that I wrote... Well, you didn't see it because I saw it. I corrected
it wasn't a one that... Okay.
But what it picked up instead from me swiping over the letters for enough was egg. Which is actually a joke.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, from what?
France. French.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
So I was like...
Oh, that's great.
I'm annoyed about this, but that's also kind of funny. Okay, fair play.
Yeah.
Egg.
Yeah.
Egg. So... Good.
I like that.
Yep. So, yeah. Yeah,
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. That's the thing. It does, yeah, when I'm trying to send a message in a hurry, the unhinged stuff that it will put and then treble the time it takes, because I then have to delete everything and go slowly to get it correct, is, with the exception of, with the exception of names, except when it starts putting in names that you have never spoken from cultures that are not mine. Like, if I try to actually swipe a name that I would use on the reg, it will not do it. But if I try to type, say, about, or try to swipe about, it starts swapping in like Ankit and stuff, and I'm like,
I've never used this name.
I've never encountered this name outside of you suggesting it to me, but now you are convinced that is the word that I'm suddenly pivoting to in the middle of this sentence. It is no insult to people who are given that name. Is it a place? I don't know. I've never encountered it outside of this context, but you've capitalized it, which tells me it's a name.
Yeah.
Why? I'm just ranting about technology now. Sometimes accidentally use swipe when you don't want it. I can imagine that's hellish.
I have never used it, and I never will.
That's fair. I want to bring back physical phone text input. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that whilst walking with one hand.
Yeah.
I could.
I had a BlackBerry, which meant that I was really
Oh,
quick.
no. No, I just...
Yeah, it's great.
Just the old, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
Yeah.
And, I just rattled that off with one thumb. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite satisfying, the fact that you could do it with one finger.
Yeah.
One thumb. One digit.
Yeah, because you have physical buttons and you know where the middle is, so you can find any letter. And occasionally you'd look and go, whoops, and just, you'd go and fix the word that you got wrong. But I was so much better and so much faster. I can't touch type on a smartphone. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe you should get an old phone. I know there are quite a few people who have like gone
There
back
are.
to. There's a bit of a trend towards going back to older technology phone wise, just
Yeah,
because people don't want to be completely beholden to smartphones the entire time. Let's bring back the
I
Nokia. Absolutely, I had a good old Nokia brick.
that's reminded me actually. There was some helpful advice. The number of times I see like, here's how to completely remove Google's AI assistant from wherever the hell you're trying to remove it from, and the instructions do not line up, because in some cases, mercifully, it's not been rolled out to this region yet. Sorry, America, you get to be the test for this, and then it slowly rolls out to the UK and Europe. But this one actually was detailed instructions for how to disable Google Gemini
Right.
from your phone, and I followed the instructions and it worked. And my favorite part of the whole process was when I disabled it, it popped up a little text box that says, "Oh, would you mind telling us why did you mean to cancel this, and would you mind telling us why?" Yes.
Oh yes.
Here's why. And I even included on the end, this is the reason I will not be upgrading to another Google Pixel phone. I do not want this stuff on my phone. I just heard a cat again. Hey, it's actually a cat this time.
Good. Will he immediately want to sit?
Yes. Let me tell you in great detail, I did. This is like... I mean, it wasn't a huge amount of detail, to be fair. It was just, yeah, I hate this technology. It sucks. I don't want it. I do not want... And I think I even included, like, this doesn't mean I want you to try and justify its existence. I understand its existence. I think it sucks. Don't give it to me. And I will not buy another product of yours that has it. Was essentially what I put in the message. Like, don't do it.
Yeah.
But, okay, so what you're telling us is we need to make a more compelling argument. There is no argument. There is no amount of compulsion. It sucks.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's here. That's the thing. If it... Yeah, you find it fascinating. People say, "Oh, it's here and you have to adapt." It's... If... Every product that has been compelling enough for, and like essential enough for people to use it, people have used. Like, if you put something, like, we are very simple creatures. If we see something we will use it to the point of our own destruction. Like, we have very simple, easily short-circuited brains. If you put,
Nice, Eddie.
Yeah. If you put, like, a Twitter feed in front of us, or a TikTok feed, we will just scroll it endlessly, looking at new horrors until the sun goes down. Like, we do not need persuading. We are very easily persuaded. Therefore, the sheer amount of effort and expense, and just like the trying so hard just to be like, no, do it, use it. Do it. It's essential. It's important. You have to use it. You have to use it. You have to use it. You must use it. You're trying too hard.
Yeah.
It's just copyright laundering, and the only problem it solves is wages and paying people for their work. So,
well, except it doesn't solve the problem with wages; it just solves the problem with people.
Oh well, yeah, that's what I mean. From an executive's perspective, it solves the problem. Where all our expenses are going on paying people money for the work they do. Well, do I have a solution for you?
Yeah.
It's a requirement for some jobs now too. Yeah. It just sucks. It's just bad. It doesn't do the thing that anyone says that it does. Apparently it's good for some pattern recognition, so we can use it for that. Sure, whatever, that's fine. I don't care. it should not
Again,
be.
give it the grunt jobs for goodness sake.
Yeah, it
rather
shouldn't.
than instructing it anywhere near art.
Anywhere near art, or just like
People.
customer handling, any kind of like, hey, just trying to help. Here's our AI chatbot. Okay, it's just a yes guy. It just says yes, I'll do that, and then it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Pay me money. I'll tell you I'll do a thing and then not do it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, this could take us to another hour, and I don't think we want to do that. So.
No, I have just seen the time, actually.
Yeah.
We should probably wrap up.
Yeah, go on, piss off, get out. Sorry, wrong stream. I do that on Longest John's. That's kind of how I started ending my day streams. I just.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I've been punchy today. I don't know why.
You have.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You haven't finished your beer. Chug it.
Chug. Yeah. On the convergence of football culture and esports culture, I think I said about this before, some years ago when they hosted a what's known as a Dota major, so like a major Dota tournament in the UK. I think it was at Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
And our primary exports to the esports scene was, but well, I think largely like people being able to drink beer in the crowd, and as a consequence, the tradition of when the camera that is broadcasting the event spots someone in the crowd who is drinking, the audience starts clapping and chanting chug chug, and the person who is drinking the pint has to finish the pint. That is what we contributed to the global stage of a major esport. It was
UK peer pressure, basically.
Peer pressure. I mean, they weren't. Peer
pressure and alcoholism.
They'd already bought the drink. They were planning to drink
alcoholism.
it. They just weren't planning to drink it quite that fast.
Yeah, it's still peer pressure and alcoholism.
It is. I'm not going to justify it. Did people yell ole ole ole? I don't.
Oh no.
There might have been a little bit of that.
Go back on football chants.
Yeah, I can take some joy in self-effacement. Like we are we are a sad, small, weird, petty little nation, and I'm not proud of it, but I can laugh at it, and so I can.
Yeah, I can laugh at it as long as it's not actually harming anyone, which it most often is.
Yes. In this case, I feel like it was sort of done. It was taken in the spirit in which it was intended. Like, yeah. Again, it's like it's not like someone is going around putting beer into the hands of people and saying, "Drink it." It's like you've acquired it, you've bought it for yourself with the intention of drinking it. So yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's.
Is Cat settled?
Yeah, he is on my lap. He's here now for like 5 minutes until he realizes he's not getting everything that he wanted, and then hi. You wanna?
Cat cam?
No, because I don't have to point the camera at the floor. But maybe.
Oh. Do we get cat purrs?
Trying.
No. You heard a brief purr? Oh, I didn't. Just like boop him with the microphone.
Yeah. Discord might filter it. You.
Yeah, it might do.
It might be rude and treat it as normal.
Wow. Well, if chat's hearing it, great.
Yeah. You'll get to hear it in a couple of days. No, I think he's done. All right, buddy.
It's all purred out.
Couldn't quite. I'd need to detach it to get it like down into his face. And what do you have to say today, sir?
Oh, yes, exactly. And sir, are you getting all the fuss you need? Now Sam's just doing the cat noises himself.
Yeah. 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 That's like cartoon dog noises all done just by a guy.
Yeah.
Robbins? Okay. Anyway,
Right.
we're going to leave. Go on.
Otherwise, we're just
Yeah.
going to get distracted by cat.
Yes. Right. Thank you for being here to watch whatever this was.
Yeah.
We've
Slightly
dropped
unhinged ramblings.
1,000 frames, which is a few seconds worth of
Yay.
stream. But steady 0.4%, which tells me again, it's the same problem as before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said on Saturday, I don't know what the stream schedule is going to be like for this week. Probably a bit disrupted, I don't know.
I've put the regular one on.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yes. Also, I did go through our announcements channel and tidy up, because where we just had, like... I just feel like it looks bad, where... Because obviously we don't...
we're constantly just like, yeah, sorry, no stream.
Because we don't announce in there when we do have a stream, so it's just like, stream cancelled, stream cancelled, stream cancelled, which... It, in fairness, has happened sometimes in successive weeks. I know I've been guilty of that. But I did go through and tidy up just a bunch of the old stream cancelled notifications and stuff. There's other things in there, because I thought just in case someone's like, hey, what was the film that we watched that time? I've left stuff like that in there, so you've still got something to go and refer back to. But just I figured where we're doing like, hey, no stream tonight announcements, we can just tidy those away after the date. Because then yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming out to watch this.
Yeah, and yeah, stay strong, take care of yourselves and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't just like I can't just cut to the end because I was like I need to move my hand to the mouse. Yeah. What Lucy said, look after yourselves. World kind of sucks at the moment. It's not up to you individually to fix it, or even collectively as chat to fix it. Just existing can be its own form of resistance. So keep doing that, or else I'll make it. Or else I'll make another like bitter and twisted emote and inflict it on you.
God.
Yeah.
No, don't. Because that will actually. No.
You don't want that. Just gonna make like a black square.
No, because that was what people used for Black Lives Matter.
I won't do that. I will pick a colour that's not affiliated with any kind of political movement.
Yeah.
That could be seen as mocking that movement when it is not intended to do so.
Let's not do that.
Okay. Exist out of spite and nothing
on
else,
that
are you? Thanks. Goodbye, everybody.
Maybe you
Bye.
just hang on. Wait. Maybe you just need an emote that just says spite.
Yeah. Tomato. Anyway. Oh yeah, we'll try and do Mulbo and the Longest Johns anyway. Right. Bye. I'll explain it to you afterwards. Bye. Okay. We're going now. Bye. Bye. There's. I'm looking that. No, chat's here, but you're there. So like we're going now. Bye. Bye.